Arsenal have gotten the work done at the end, beating Real Madrid by 2-1 and pawning on by 2-1 and 5-1 aggregate. Say Baban, it's good to have you and good to see you on the show. And Paul has been on the show with me for more than hours. I will start with you, Banks. How did it go? As a Real Madrid fan, how did you feel?
Me? Come on, man. Fanzy.
Yeah.
I'm not somebody that like deceiving myself. I'll say it is what it is.
I know you said it last week.
I told you that there's no comeback. And the reason I said
can we get the background sound? Can we get background sound reduced, please?
I don't think it's on my side.
Go ahead, Banks. Go ahead.
So I was saying, like I said last week, I'm somebody, I watch Arsenal play football, and I know what they can do, and I know what they cannot do. And this Real Madrid team is still the team where I watched them last week, and there's no way you will tell me against Arsenal last week who scored 4 goals in the Bernabeu.
Yeah.
Don't deceive myself. And first of all, even though there was a chance of a comeback, Alan Ancelotti, the way he sets the team up was actually stupid, in my opinion. It was stupid. It was basically, when I said he was not reading the game last week, Paul, he said, no, maybe he's reading it badly. He wasn't, because he just proved to me that he wasn't. How do you play the same guy that was flopping the entire game against Saka? You played him again. So, at the Bernabeu, like we're 3 goals down. 3 goals down already. We needed to score goals to win the game. And what did he do? He plays David Alaba and Lucas Vazquez. And for me, that was stupid, because I would have played Frank Garcia, who will be able to meet Saka for pace, physicality as well. Look at who does what's it called? Arsenal have in the right back. They've got Timber, who is 23 years old. How old is Vinicius Junior? On a good day, we know Vinny on his day would give anybody a run for his money. But that guy this season has not played the guy. So basically, like, he cannot do a thing against Timber. They did not even use Rodrigo in this game. They did not. But the team was going to Vinny, Mbappe. Now,
those are your points, man. Those are your points, man.
As much as people will say, no, I understand. But you know what is this, man? There was something Thibaut Courtois said after the game. I agree with him. He said, we are a team, but sometimes I feel like we play too individually. When they double more on Vinny and Kylian Mbappe, sometimes it works, but 3 to 4 times it doesn't work. And if a goalkeeper can notice that, then come on, man. As a coach, why are you not seeing it? Because once this man, Fanzy, if you bring player for player, like let me say Martinelli, Vinny, we all know it will be Vinny. But there's one thing Arsenal has that Madrid does not have: the ability to play as one, to play as a team. That is what that made Arsenal home and away beat Madrid. And I saw that first game, I said, no comeback. As much as I know that if there's a team to do a comeback, it's Madrid. And we have seen it before. But these guys don't strike me as a team that can do it. They can. And what happened? They still somehow lost the game. The man, then, the thing he should have done at the beginning, he keeps doing it in the game. I don't understand why are you bringing on those guys when you know that you should have done it in the first half. Start those guys in the first half. It does not. And for me, it doesn't make any sense. But let me not start saying about as if we are bad, and so I will make that thing good. You also want to give kudos to Arsenal, because one thing is this, man. Sometimes when you come to the Bernabeu and you concede a goal, that gets to anything. But Arsenal were able to keep that composure, And this guy, I know he gave away that goal, Saliba, but Saliba also was very, very vital in that game as well. Like you could say, he redeemed himself on so many occasions. He was solid. And this guy as well, Kivio, I know people were really scared of Kivio. I was actually thinking that I was scared. I was not really scared, but the guy did his job. He did his job. Maybe it was Saliba that was able to, be giving him the instruction or whatever. But the dude, for one, he did not look scared. He played his game very well. Very, very well. For me, I do not understand why was Real Madrid crossing the ball into the box. I don't understand. We don't have people that are good on the hair. We lost that long time ago. Players left the club. This Perez did not replace some of them, but we have been so bad.
Are you telling me if you had an Hosolu like last season, it should have been better for them to be crossing the ball inside the net?
Yeah, but at least we have somebody that can actually do something. Yosolu is good at the air, but I don't know why Perez did not reply Yosolu, and I don't know why. Like we lost about 3 players.
Don't worry, I'll tell you why Perez did not replace those players. I will tell you why.
The guy was too obsessed with Mbappe's. Like that's the only way I see it. He was too obsessed with Mbappe's signing, whereby, and besides, I also believe that because of the fact that Carlo Ancelotti is not a manager that gives excuses, is able to use whatever he has at his disposal to get the results. And we saw it last season. And right now, that is something that is now working against him. Because this man won the Champions League. Like we challenged for 5 clubs last season. We won 4 out of 5. We won 4. We did not win the Copa del Rey alone. But when you look at the team this man used, he was playing midfielders as defenders. And he was able to get results out of those things. And that made Perez believe that, no, the team is good enough. They do not need signings. Because I don't understand in a world whereby Sergio Ramos comes out, offer himself to you, like, nah. It's crazy. And we are
crisis. Sorry for cutting you short. I won't take Ramos for anything.
No, you won't say you won't take Ramos for anything. Ramos was going to be very vital in my team today. He will be very vital in this team today.
Ramos at this age, or Ramos at the age of 20.
We watched Ramos play for PSG. Before he played for PSG, he played at Sevilla. And I watched most games he was playing. It's not like he has dropped off. No, he hasn't. He's still there. He's still, from my opinion, he's still there. But we didn't make the signings that we needed to. Because one thing is that another thing whereby you want to put this blame to is fatigue as well. Because I've seen this manager, these same people, that is what we keep saying in playing on game day, match day. The same guys. You play them in Copa del Rey, Champions League, La Liga. Those guys need rest as well. There's a game we played that we won 2-1. When the referee blew the final whistle, the guys, they were breathing for their life. And this man will see this, and you would not want to let me just do something. Tell me today, how bad can what's his name be? Adagule that is on the bench, because I don't understand. There is Adagule on the bench, Brahim Diaz on the bench. Man is bringing on Luka Modric and Dani Ceballos. We needed a goal. We needed a goal for crying out loud.
But Dani Ceballos did play that match. He came in the second half.
Yeah, he came in, whereas he should have been starting. Because he came in, the cross he made, the game, he just came into the game afresh. He hasn't even like blended into the game as yet. The body has not been warm. So he came in late, but for me, he should have been starting with Chouameni in the midfield, or with Chouameni or Bellingham in the midfield, because I was never going to play Lucas Vazquez. As much as I knew that, I knew the game was out of my hands. I knew the game was out of my hands. But here again does not mean you just do stupid things. We watched Dortmund yesterday, what they did to Barcelona. We watched Aston Villa, what they did to PSG.
Yes,
It was lovely to watch. It was lovely to watch. I watched the game and it was very intense. Then come today, they do those bullshit. And makes you just, like now, you wish that the game you watched yesterday is still in your head and not what I saw just now. Inside Milan, Bayern Munich as well was solid. I was watching both games. And I was like, man, no, man, this man just needs to just do. He should just, man, tonight, sack the man. I don't think there's how bad it will be. It's already bad enough, because in my opinion, Copa del Rey is there. Copa del Rey, I know for sure that we are going to get this mantle as well, because there's no way we are winning that game. Barca are going to just whitewash and take the trophy as well. The La Liga is done, so I don't understand why is Perez keeping this guy. Get him out of this club, sack him, right? Let him. No, I'm tired. I'm tired. I've been calling this thing out since the season that we are playing, we are winning games. Yes, I agree with winning games, but I don't love the way we play football. I've been saying it, been calling it out for a very, very long time. So when all this is happening, I'm not surprised, because these are things that I've seen already, I've foreseen. We play individual football, and there's no way you individual football will beat 18. 18.
Okay.
No individual football will beat 18.
Okay, Temba, we'll see have you for a long time. Like, there are a lot of things we need to talk about. Paul, what's your take, first of all, on the Real Madrid side? I know you're an Arsenal fan, but what's your take on the Real Madrid side? And how did you think that they fall short of coming? Because Real Madrid at Santiago Bernabeu, the Real Madrid we know, they put a lot of pressure on you when they are down. So how do you think they come short? Is it due to the tactics of Arsenal, or due to some of the things Tiemba did mention that went against them in the match?
All right, thank you, Temba. Good evening, Face. Good evening again.
Yeah, so
I'll comment Temba, because when we were watching the match, I told you something that I don't know why Madrid are trying to use set piece area balls on Arsenal, knowing full well they don't have people that can easily nod this ball. If you think of one area Arsenal is good of, is that area ball. So I told you when we were watching the match, I don't know why they are trying to use that. And Temba mentioned something again about Kivio. You said something about Saliba.
I mentioned
Saliba was the one giving him the confidence and all of that.
Exactly.
So for me, I believe it was because it is Arsenal. That was the reason why Madrid could not come back. Because the level of pressure Madrid brought to this game, if it were like club that the defense is shaking, I believe there would have been a lot of errors. Because if you see the ball Madrid equalize with, before Saliba could turn, Vinicius is already in front of him. So it was the level of composure the defense had. That was the reason why we were able to skate through. I won't lie to you. While I was watching the match, the pressure was so much that even me, it was if I was
I can notice it from your
shaking. I was shaking. The way they are just running. If Madrid is in possession of the ball, everybody is just going inside. I was like, what are they looking for? No, the pressure was too much.
And to be fair, they were not taking the ball back. They were not taking the ball back. They were just
going back.
Well, yeah.
It was just because it is Arsenal. We are, as in our defense was composed. That was the reason why this match ended in favor of Arsenal. Because I did not even see Arsenal winning this match. I predicted 2-2. I did not see them winning this match. For me, I just feel what happened today is because of our defense. the level of composure we have. That's why we could skate through. Because the pressure in Bernabeu, I've been seeing Madrid playing in Bernabeu. I've been seeing Arsenal playing match when they're, as in, not in this category. I've never seen Arsenal in this position for the past 2 seasons.
I agree with you.
I've never seen them. So I will comment Madrid and also comment Arsenal because it's not easy to go to Bernabeu and win. This is the second time we are doing it. So
second time.
Temba, okay. I'm very sorry that it had to be
you. Okay. This is my take on Real Madrid. This is my take on them. Temba's mentioned some things, and we had this conversation. I had this conversation with you yesterday when we had our break during that break, and what did I even say? Okay, I was saying the old Real Madrid side, the old Real Madrid, the 5 seasons, 4 seasons Real Madrid side, they could that was led by Cristiano Ronaldo could look at this match and take motivation from it and come back. But I don't think these players they have that desire to come back in this match. I don't think they did have the desire to come back in this match.
Fanzy.
There was no desire. There was no desire. Let me finish. There was no desire because of these reasons. And correct me if I'm wrong, Temba. Number one, I think no extra motivation for these players. They've won the Champions League. They've won the Champions League last season. So anything that will happen this season, it might be a bonus from them. That's number one. Number two, yes, the manager, like I keep on saying, I said there should be a new voice in that dressing room. The new voice means the players are tired mentally of listening to Carlo Ancelotti season in, season out for them to win, for them to come back from matches, for them to do this and for them to do that. He's not a bad manager. That's my point. Carlo is not a bad manager. He's one of the, if not the best that is out there in terms of his age grade and competing with these young boys left, right, center. He's not a bad manager. Yes, decision might go against you. Yes, decision might be for you. But this season, I'm sorry to say to tell Carlo, decisions are more against you this season. And for me, it's high time for you to just say, let me bow down, as the ovation is still high at the moment. Then number two, number three, you mentioned fatigue. Yes, fatigue is down to it, but you are being paid 300, 400, 700,000 pounds a week. You have to put in your 100% best. Who is the highest paid player in Arsenal? Who is the highest paid player? So it's all about the motivation of winning the game and putting it in. And also, some players, finally, number four, some players in that team, and I wouldn't like to mention them because some of them did well in the past. Some players in that team need a refreshment as well. They need a refreshing time as well. They have to rest. They a lot of, like Jude Bellingham, for instance, Jude Bellingham has to rest because they played a lot of football, and now the football is not even ended. Even after the season, you see the World Cup is still the World Club Cup is still on our beacon. So these players, they are not machine, but this is what they signed for, and it has to happen in that way.
Yeah, I do agree with you, man. But like what I said, sometimes there's a reason why you have a squad of 23, 24, 25 players. There's a reason why. Because the game, before it was created, they understand everything, like your injury is part of the game. Fatigue is part of the game. Which is why whenever I see a manager talking about injuries, I feel like, remember when I always tell you about Ten Hag, I'm like, Ten Hag can be telling me that because injuries is part of the game, which is why you have a long squad. But right now, in a situation whereby these players will not drop themselves, they will not pick themselves. In a situation where you have the manager keep picking the same players, this is what is bound to happen. All these guys might be burned out based on what's the fatigue. Like, and when you talk about motivation, or when you talk about they not have the desire, there is no way they will not have a desire to come out in the game because they know if they are able to do that game today, if they're able to get it done. Bro, do you know how people will be going on with these players right now? They had the desire. They spoke about it online and everywhere. Which is why I was saying, sometimes if you are not going to back it up, shut the fuck up. Because Ronaldo was somebody whereby if he tell you, see you next week, the next week, don't sleep on him. Be worried. Because he will come and he will deliver. And it's not that he's a fluke. No, it's not a fluke because he has done it once, 2, 3, 4, many times. Whereby in the first leg, 2-0, Sporting Lisbon. He came back against Sporting Lisbon, hat-trick. He talks and works towards it. He delivers. Which is
you don't have it. I'm sorry that you don't have a Ronaldo on that pitch. Sorry.
No, that's the thing. No, that's the thing. I don't have a Ronaldo in my team. I was going to put somebody laughing. I said, the way he is right now, that he's 40 years old, I'll just take him on loan for that one game. Because he's separate wherever I know that if he comes and say yes, yes is yes. He will do it. He doesn't come, talk, and then sure, no, become a flop. No, he will talk and perform. Yeah, but he did it at Atletico Madrid. They won 2-0. We were saying you are out and this and that. He said, I will see you in second leg. Second leg, what happened? Hat-trick, bro, get out. He did it by himself. So if you're going to talk. The players talked. The manager said a lot. And bro, I'm not sure. Like, I don't believe you can talk only to set up a lineup of Lucas Vazquez, Alaba in it.
Like, but this is what you have. This is what the manager has on his beck and call.
No, that he chose to have it. He chose
to have it in one.
Let me explain a bit fancy. There is no way you would tell me that you had Federico Valverde play as a right back, because I understand what he was trying to do. He was trying to get more out of Valverde in the midfield. And in my opinion, Valverde had a terrible game today because I only heard about his name just once. When he made it, that was he did not have a good game. So I would have actually have him play as a right back. And he's not playing as a right back as if that is his position, but he's to just do a job. And I will tell you, he will do it very well. Lucas Vazquez is somebody that is not disciplined. He's like Bruno Fernandes, he's everywhere as well. And sometimes he leaves his position for somebody like Valverde to be helping out, to be covering up, because he's already gone and forgetting himself. But this man, you want to win game of football, he decided to play Lucas Vazquez. Whereby you could have played Raul Asensio. There are so many options you could have played. Raul Asensio can play as there, Valverde can play there. But he decides what he wanted to do. And that is what we are seeing on the pitch. And mind you, the wrong decision did not just start in this. It started in the first leg. He started in the first leg where he played David Alaba and did not play Chamini that game because he went for Camavinga. Whereas it should have been Camavinga and Chamini, the two double pivots.
But Chamini was suspended.
He was suspended
last week.
Okay, you're right. Even at that, I would have played Bellingham with Camavinga, not Luka Modric.
Yeah, I agree with you. There was a mistake. I think there was a mistake in that first league. Playing Luka Modric. Luka Modric is a for me. I will bring him up in the last 15 minutes of games.
That's the reason. This game are a game of intensity. It needs you. You are going to be. There
are young boys. There are young boys in the Arsenal team that can pull him down instantly. Yes, he has the head, but doesn't have the strength, and that's
the
head is so there.
And that's the fact. And these are people you play in a game like whereby you just maybe you've already won it, you can start, but not in a game that has this kind of, it's not this kind of caliber of a game whereby you need to win to qualify for a semi-final. Then you're playing an Arsenal team that had Declan Rice, Martin Odegaard, and Thomas Partey midfield against a Camavinga and Luka Modric. Basically, Camavinga was busy doing everything by himself. Which is
because He's the leg. He's the leg in the. He's the leg. He's the leg in
And that
the
was why he
midfield
lost
for
it.
Real Madrid.
He lost it
Yeah,
and got a yellow card.
yeah.
But mind you again, this manager could see as well that this guy is angry now that they are losing game. He has a yellow card. What were you supposed to do? He was supposed to just sub him off. We see manager do that. There are players that can keep their head in the game and still see out the game with that same yellow card. The likes of Casemiro can do it. Manuel Gatti can do it. Not everybody can do it. I can tell you that Bruno Fernandes will be able to do it, to keep his head in the game and just know that yes, I have a yellow card and still have a good game. You could see, I could see that this guy is angry now, he has lost it. Just like Rudiger today. Rudiger is another one that is just doing stupid things I don't understand. Stupid things.
I can count. I can count the number. I can count the number of times Paul mentioned his name over the course of 90 minutes.
Things.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Like the ball was not even with the player. I think it was Declan Rice. The ball was not with him. I know. I think it was Merino.
Merino, yeah.
You went there and kicked the dude. What are you doing, man? Because that is what Arsenal would want. Just keep committing the foul.
Yeah, that was what you remember on my field. I told you something about this the way Arsenal are committing them.
Yeah.
So that was the plan Arsenal brought to Bernabeu. They are just committing them.
That is what frustrates me the most. You don't understand that these guys are trying to frustrate you guys. So you guys, let's waste the time. I thought that we waste the time. We take that to reschedule, reset again. Okay, I look at the back. Okay, everybody is resetted. Yeah, let's start the game again. They were happy. They were living for it. And these guys, instead of actually understand that these guys are actually loving this thing we're doing. How about we do this? They did not. Went to Pesta. Instead, they managed to tell them, bro, this is what that is happening. These guys are happy you guys are doing this thing. How about just leave them? Leave them. Even they're going to make a foul, let it be something about yes, when you make the foul, like yes, you're taking one for the team. Not just doing stupid things like what Rudiger was doing. Look what Lucas Vasquez was doing. Lucas Vasquez was those stupid men. On Lewis Kelly, he went there to the ball. Like he was not even going for the ball. He was basically going, let me push Lewis Kelly. You push it, it fell down, referee blows the free kick. Do you have the ball? Hell no. Arsenal has the ball. And they have to start that boring. And I was saying it. See whatever I said about Arsenal. I said, you are about to see the most boring football we have ever seen Arsenal play. And that was basically what they do today. I would be angry if as they were doing the game, but I was not angry because I knew already. I have made peace with it that no, bro, you out. There is no way you are out. You are playing an Arsenal side that can just their defense is solid. And I want to still give credit to that to Kivio. I'm sorry, man. It might be Saliba, but in a situation where you have a front three of Rodrigo, Mbappe, and Vini, you can't tell me that it was all Saliba.
Yeah.
This what I was saying.
I understand what I'm saying. Kivio also had his own. He had his own as well. Like the back four was just solid, man. They were solid. They were solid, man. And if Kivio keeps going the way he's going, then we might have conversation about when Gabriel comes back, like, bro, the chance is gone. But I don't even get to that. But the next this today, this game was won in the first leg. It was won in the first leg because right now
there was one and lost the first leg.
Because when we came to the Bernabeu, no matter what nonsense tactics they said they were doing, close the stadium, or if you like, do whatever you want to do. I'm sorry, man. It's not happening. Arsenal is a team that knows how to listen, do the basic. Don't do this, don't listen.
Okay, I think for me, with respect to Kylian, I just think that somebody was there at that event to lead by example. That was what I said to you, Paul. Somebody was there to lead by example, and if you have a defender that has experience that is close to you, you can always be confident that your head will not drop in the match, and whether you are playing in Santiago Bernabeu, Old Trafford, anywhere you are playing, your head will not drop.
I'm a feel sorry to cut you short. The thing is not just Saliba. If you check the 4 defenders,
no, I'm not talking about. He is the youngest of the defenders. That's why we're talking about him.
He's not the youngest.
How old is he?
Is it Kivio?
Yeah.
Kivio is like 23, 24. The youngest is Miles Kelly, 18.
Skelly is 18.
No, let's put aside Lewis Kelly aside for
no. The point I'm trying to make. I'm trying to make a point, because if Miles Kelly is not doing his job, that will draw the attention of Kivio. You know, William Saliba. If Timber is not doing his job well, William Saliba is there to cover for him. So the 4 of them, the 3 of them, they are doing their job perfectly. That was the reason why you see that Kivio can concentrate on being in his position. So it's not just Saliba.
But the question we are asking, no, it's not about the question we are asking. You have a Miles Kelly. How many games does he has on his belt? Not less than.
We are not talking about. My point is, if Miles Kelly is not doing his job properly, it would have distracted Kivio as well. That's my point. I'm not talking about the number of matches.
No. Why I'm bringing this whole issue now? Just listen to me, and maybe you're missing the point. You're missing the point I want to raise. The number of games Saliba has on his belt has given him that experience in big matches. True or false? You agree with me? The number of games Timber, people are talking about Timber. Do you know how many games have Timber played for Ajax in Europe and even domestically? A lot of them. So even at a young age, he has given that experience. He has gotten it from Ajax, and he knows how to prepare for big games. How many games have Miles Kelly put on his belt? None. How many games have Skinner put on his bench? How many? You can count the number of games. But because they have these 2 defenders that are experienced, I'm beginning the experience now. Now it has assured those 2 young guys that yes, I have these two persons, and I have a leader in the person of Saliba. Saliba controlled, whether you like it or not. Saliba go and watch that match again. You see the way Saliba commanded that defense from the beginning of the match to the end of the match. That's why you need a leader there, and he is that leader there. He is that leader there. And he has shown if that goal he considered made him jittery, then you see what will happen to the other guys at the other end. That means they'll be leaving their positions to come and help Saliba. But Saliba's head didn't drop down. He is the leader there, and he knows that his head should not drop down because it will affect others. And he continued from there, and that's how Arsenal went into that match even after conceding 1-1. To finish up the game. How many chances did they created, Real Madrid? How many?
How many shots on target? It was just
how many shots on target?
And that was the goal.
Because you have. That's why.
No, 2 actually. 2.
Yes, in any defense, you need a leader to command that defense. Go and check in history. You know that there's a leader. John Terry was a leader during his time. Rio Ferdinand was a leader during his time. Martin Keown for Arsenal was a leader during his time. Who else again? A lot of let's look at it, and it has given it has. See, let me tell you, those young boys in that defense, they don't even know what having Saliba in that defense today was. Let's assume that Saliba and Gabriel were injured.
Wow.
No, let's assume.
Yes, don't assume that.
What are we talking about? Sure, see, let me say this finally on this issue of the defensive display Arsenal did. Because when you see Arsenal defensively, when Arsenal loses the ball, look at the match. Defensively, when they lose the ball, you see everybody drop back. It was not. It was not even only the job of the defense as well.
There was a boss Saka won at our 18.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It was a job of everybody in that team. Everybody fall into shape when we lose the ball. Everybody get into shape when we are on transition to attack. And that is how, because Real Madrid, like you all say, Real Madrid were swarming over Arsenal. They were swarming, keep coming. But the Arsenal team didn't put their head down. I keep saying it's all about putting your head up. And you know, as a defender, when a player is coming with the ball, you have your backs against the wall, and that's what defenders hate. But the defense, the players, everybody, Thomas Partey, even though I know he messed up at the end of the day, he shouldn't have gone for that. He knew he had the card. He shouldn't have gone for that tackle. or for what he has done, they were up and up for it. They knew what they were coming to face. At see, it's not easy to come to Bernabeu, especially this new Bernabeu. It's not easy to come there. You see 100,000 fans over and shouting, yelling, and you know what Madrid did. I don't know. Maybe any of you notice it.
They closed the stadium. They closed the roof.
Exactly. And how many players can play under a closed roof? How many players can play under a roof? But Arteta knew that going into this match, he has to prepare his side, set up his team, ready his team psychologically, physically, mentally, and otherwise. Because he knew the first 20 minutes of that match is so crucial. And I said so. The first 20 minutes of that match was so crucial that Arsenal had to hold their own. And after 20 minutes, what happened? They got the penalty. Then everything started happening for them. Even though despite what's his name? Saka went for a penalty. I don't know the last time he's called a penalty. Shoot the ball past the keeper, and that is. But he redeemed himself, and so I think it's a good one. For me, those young defenders, I think they are weapons to use in the future to come. They are really good weapons to use in the future to come. If you can keep them fit, if you can groom them, if you can not necessarily give them enough game time, but just reassure them that yes, they are part of the future, the club's future. Then I think it's something to be for Luis Kelly. I think a lot of things have been said about him from different areas. I just think that he has the arrogance about him, just like the young Rooney that burst into the scene some few years ago when he played against Arsenal, scored against Liverpool at the cup end, scored against Arsenal as well, against one of the top keepers at that time in the Premier League, in the person of David Seaman. And young players like Luis Kelly should be arrogant. They should have that arrogance if you want to move forward with your game. Don't be football doesn't need you to be how will I even put it, to be calm. You need to be arrogant about it, the way you play, and also bring your head down. Bring your mind, not bringing your head down, but then tell your inner self that this game I have to take it and I have to do it and I have to go there and see what. And that's what for me I think he is after the likes of Rooney for England, the likes of who else again that came up with that arrogancy. I think he's the next person in that group. And for me, I think he has a bright future, a good future ahead of him if he has a coach that will continue to coach him. Because he still need coaching at age 18, or at age 18, he still need coaching, and he still need the team around him specifically has to help him grow and mature. So that's it. So let's go to the San Siro. What happened in San Siro, Timber Banks?
San Siro, what happened there is just a team that is serious, and a team that has a serious manager as well. That's a You're laughing. I'm sorry, guys. We
know where you go.
I'm sorry.
We know where you go. Whether you like it or not.
The other thing is this, man. Like I said it that Inter Milan was going to go through, and the reason why I said so is that I've watched the way they play, and on every department in that club, they are top notch. Defensive wise, they are solid. Their midfield is solid. Forwards are solid as well. And the experience of Felipe Inzaghi is just speaking here. And for me, I don't understand how many people were saying I would not want him as a manager. Because I would take him as a manager. He plays 3-5-2 and look at what they are doing. They went head to head with the Bayern Munich. Yes, you could say Bayern Munich, they lost Musiala. But yet again, it's part of the game. You still have quality in that Bayern Munich.
Oh, you have absolutely.
There's quality there. There's quality. But because the manager understands, he has the experience over company, it does the basic, the simple stuff, and sets its team in a way whereby they can get results. And the fact that when they won again against Bayern at Allianz Arena, I said, no, man, bro, the game is done. But what I said again is that Bayern Munich are also a club that they left it open that, yes, we could still come back into the game. But when you watch the game, what they did today, Bro, those guys play football, man. They play football. And when this guy scored that goal, and I was like, man, that goal came from nothing. Because when I see the way he plays plays the shot, like you would never actually assume that that ball was going to get into the net. But that is where you have the advantage of having a clinical striker that understand instincts, that I would take it from here and I would get the goal post. And he did that. But he did not even take like 4 minutes.
That is where I have problem. Because the same thing happened in the first leg. Bayern Munich equalized. It's not up to a minute.
Yeah.
This one, they considered 2 goals in 3 minutes.
In 3 minutes. I was considered the first one.
And they have, and to be frank, they have a defender as a coach, which I think should have helped them. One of the best defenders that have ever graced the Premier League. In the person of Vincent Kompany. I don't think that should be an issue for them. But you see, sometimes you might have the best defender and the personnel is an issue sometimes. I don't think the likes of Obokano for me, I think it's not really. I don't rate him as a top A, even a top B defender as well. I don't really rate him. Yes, and I think in the midfield with the likes of Kimmich in that midfield, Bayern are light. They are lightweight. They are lightweight. Especially when they meet big clubs like Real Madrid, big clubs like Barcelona. The likes of they even struggled last season with the likes of Arsenal as well. And coming back to the Arsenal coming back to that Arsenal match, something I even failed to understand, failed to mention. You guys remember that Arsenal played Bayern Munich in this same competition at this same stage last season?
Yeah.
And that is why you have to give kudos to Arteta, because he went into that match last season, lost narrowly to, I would say, and understand Bayern side, because that Bayern side compared to this season we're better.
Let me tell you, you know what is this? What I would say is this, man. I don't think you would give. I would not give him kudos because that Bayern Munich side.
No, you have.
That Bayern Munich side of last season is weaker.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Not good enough. And that was what I was saying. No.
What I'm saying. What I'm mentioning.
You brought it up.
No, I brought up. Both of us are on the same point. You're not getting me. Both of us are on the same point. Yes, we are on the same point, because the Bayern Munich side last season were even more weaker than this Bayern Munich for this season. They were much weaker. But Arteta learned a lesson in those 2 matches, that he has to be defensively tight. He has to be defensively tight, both in the midfield, both in the defense. And see, go and ask any manager, both me and you and Paul. We know that if you are playing away in the Champions League, what do you need as your weapon? Defense. And that defense has to start up the pitch. And that's, for me, a learning curve for Arteta. It's really a learning curve. But I don't think Vincent Kompany has that. He has that idea as a manager now. He doesn't really have that sense as a manager, because you knew that you are coming up against an Inter side that can defend for 90 minutes. That was what you said. Now, when we were watching, Paul, what did you say? When we were watching that match, when it was 2-1.
I told you.
Paul said it's over. Yes. It was 2-2. But when it was 2-1, Paul said it's over.
It's over.
It's over.
There's no coming back.
Because we know if Inzaghi and the background he's coming from, you know that he's going to defend for 90 minutes. He can, and he has players as well in that his team. The likes of Thuram.
You are playing a team that's holds the best defense in the competition.
First of all, I want to ask something first, because I don't understand what happened that game. Raul Asensio was pulled back, and VAR, the referee, did not check it out. But
it's not every. Let me tell you something.
Fancy don't start. No, Fancy don't start. Don't start. It's not.
I have to.
If you are going to give the penalty to Arsenal, then that's the penalty. But I don't.
But this is why you will not get that penalty.
Why?
This is why you will not get that penalty, and this is it. And all of us here seated here, we know it.
I don't know
because the way European referees view a foul is different from the way the Premiership referees and the La Liga referees.
Wait.
I am telling you,
the one for Declan Rice was it, because the answer is that the referee did not see it. It was VAR that called for it.
Yeah.
And the one for Raul Asensio as well. The fact they replayed it should get VAR attention, and it did not. It was basically the same thing.
I have given you the answer. I have given you an answer.
No, you cannot say the way they view it, because it won't be right. It will not be right.
But that is the simple truth.
When I started for making Merino, when VAR went to VAR, I was like, what the fuck is he doing? That was stupid. You can't be doing that. You pull the player. Yes, you might say on a good day you should not be giving the pen because the ball was not even near the air. The keeper have catch the ball already, but you called it back, give it as a pen. The same thing should be for Raul Asensio as well. If you are giving
I agree, but that's just the simple answer I can give to you, because the way sometimes European referees view penalties, view fouls in the team is different from the way the Premiership or the La Liga or any. I'm telling you, let's go and look at the way European referees give penalties. There are some fouls that you see in the 18-yard box and you say, this one a foul the bill. What do you see? They just wave it off. VAR will also wave it off. But this is where we are. This is football. Whether you like it or not.
It's there in the game.
Yeah. One thing I would take from, you said something about what Arteta learned last season from Bayern Munich. I don't think it's fine. It solidified our defense. But one thing he learned from last season, it was that fear factor. Because had it been Arsenal have the fear factor going into this game with Madrid, it would have been a different result by now. Because if you watch that last season that Arsenal played Bayern Munich, Arsenal was a better team than them. League-wise, even the Champions League, the competition as well.
Yes.
So the thing
because you are playing Bayern doesn't mean that you should fall flat for them. But you should fall flat for them.
If you know what you know what Bayern Munich and Arsenal record, you know how far now. Yeah. You know how far they come before 5, 6, 4, 6. So that fear factor is there. So that was one thing that learned last season. This Arsenal now, if they can play this Madrid in Bernabeu like this, I don't think they will be afraid of anything.
Yeah, but I thank God you guys are playing a team that's also not afraid of anything.
Yes, I know.
And we all would love to watch that match, because I would love to see.
Before yesterday's match, that is Aston Villa and PSG. I was so much afraid of PSG because of the way they played Liverpool. But see what Aston Villa did, at least.
Yes, because they're also playing Aston Villa. Be mindful that you guys knocked out Madrid. So that means Luis Enrique now will be ready for you guys. I'm telling you, we'll be ready for each other. Let me say this, Banks. Whether Arsenal fans like it or not, to be frank, Arsenal are the team to beat now because they've knocked out the defending champion. To be frank,
you can't see the one dish, defending champion. Those guys are just terrible this season. But if Arsenal believes that somebody wants to win champions, they are joking. Honestly.
Arsenal Barcelona. Okay, let's look at the games. Let's look at the games.
With where they are now, the last 4. So you don't even give Arsenal any chance to win this Champions League.
To win Champions League? Hell no, man. No.
Wow.
Okay, let's see. Let's do some permutation now. Let's do some permutation. Barcelona, Inter on the other side, Arsenal, PSG on this side. So let's start with Arsenal, PSG. In 120 minutes, who will win that match, Demba?
PSG will win the game.
Okay.
PSG are going to knock Arsenal out.
Okay.
It surprised me, guys. PSG are going to do it because one thing is, man, there's a reason why I said so. And PSG has what Madrid does not have. PSG don't rely on anybody. Like we saw, Due comes in, did extremely well. Bakola came in, did extremely well. And for me, I've been saying it, the way PSG are playing right now, this is now the right process and the right project. They are going through the right channel right now. Not when they had Messi,
and they're giving you the
Mbappe.
shaft. They're giving you Mbappe the shaft to go on.
No, I wouldn't say Mbappe is sharp. Honestly, it's just that they are so by you do and you do it at the wrong time. Because in my own opinion, if he had come sooner with him now, the team would be a different shape. But right now, he came in a time whereby he cannot have a say. Whereby you still have the like of Vinicius Junior playing a penalty to Mass, and he's being allowed to play penalty again. Because he played a penalty to Nasa is still looking for the ball. Nasa is still looking for the ball.
Okay.
That was in it yet. Alien are playing the ball there. Alien are playing the ball there.
You don't give me this show.
Okay, I am coming. I'm not done yet. I'll come to you, Paul. Let's look at okay, on the other side, Inter Barcelona, Timber Banks.
Inter Barcelona, bro. As much as we want to say Barcelona will win that, bro.
Go ahead,
it will be hard. Honestly, because it will be hard. But in my opinion, I would actually want what's it called to win it.
Inter.
Not Inter. I want Barcelona to win. I want to come to La Liga. Because all these stupid things people talk about, the Premiership is the best thing in the world.
But to be frank,
I want to come to La Liga.
I will bring the argument. We just spend 5 minutes in the argument for Premier League and La Liga, just 5 minutes, and I'll make my point very short. Everybody will just have your point. We'll make that short. So you go for a Barcelona win on both legs, or on 120 minutes.
I honestly believe that Inter Milan have everything. They've got everything to give Barca a game, and it will never come as a shock to me if Inter Milan somehow beats these guys. Because
it's not. It can never be a shock. How is it going to be a shock?
It will be a shock. It will be a shock to me.
It won't.
So that's the fact, because they've got a manager, they've got players as well that can play on to instruction. And when I watched Barca, what they did with Dortmund yesterday, I was like, is this the same team that helped me and given me
Real Madrid off?
Yeah, those guys have been demolished like 4 and 5 to 9 in 2 games. They won't play. But I wouldn't say. I would actually love Barca to win, but I don't think it will happen. I think it's a 50-50. It's anybody's game. 50-50. They can both win it. So I would say it's a slim chance, in my opinion, for the Inter to take it as well. Inter.
Okay.
I would actually want to.
So Inter, you have PSG and Inter or Barcelona in the final. Inter Milan in the final. So let me just leave that one. When we come in 2 weeks time, or in 3 weeks time, when the second legs will be played, we will know where all this is stand. So for you, Paul, PSG Arsenal.
Were you expecting me to pick PSG?
I know. I'm just saying it's football. Now you're a football analyst. You're more of a football analyst than the fan now.
The only way I can pick PSG is maybe Arsenal is not doing well. So, but for now, like Temba said, that PSG, they are in the right channel. This is our third semi-final since the history of Arsenal. So I believe Arsenal will scale through, but it will be a slim win.
Okay.
It will be a slim chance.
Okay. So on the other side, who are you giving on the other side of the draw?
I wonder if you ask me, who I won't ask this question. Because these two, they are the first and second in the group. Barca had a deadly attack versus the best defense in the competition. So for me, it's tough. I'll go for Inter. The reason why I'm going for Inter is that they have a defense, a good defense, and they also have a good attack that can punish you if you lose guard.
Yeah.
So Turan and Martinez, those two guys this season, they are beasts. So I'll go for Inter.
Okay. So keep your final prediction to yourself until when we meet in 2 weeks time. Okay, let's come back to that debate. Temba, now you brought up the issue of the Premiership and the La Liga. For me, I don't like making this argument, but I'll just make one point. You see, if you look at the past 20 seasons, let's look at the past 20 seasons in both league. Past 20 seasons, meaning that since 2005 in the Premier League, how many clubs have won it? Since 2005 till 2025 in the La Liga, also, how many clubs have won it?
I can tell you.
No, let's look at. Let's look at.
La Liga is so much.
Huh? No.
Okay.
You might say it's so much. You might say
the teams, like different teams. Are you what you're saying?
No. Hold on. I want to make my argument, and this is the reason why I'm making my argument now. We have seen from 2005 to 2025, we have seen only 3 clubs that have won it in the La Liga. It's all about it. Yeah, if you say there's quality, yes, there's quality. If you say there's quality, there's quality on both sides. Only 3 clubs have won it in La Liga: Real Madrid, Barcelona, and Atletico Madrid has only won it twice in the past 25 years. So that means the 23 in 23 competition, in that 25 years, it has been shared between Madrid and Barca. That one aside. But let's go to the Premier League. United have won it. Man City have won it. Chelsea have won it. Who else again have won it? Liverpool has won it.
Chelsea.
Leicester have won it. Chelsea have also won it as well. So how many clubs do you have on this side? So it shows you. This is the point I want to make now, and if you like, I know you still want to make some further argument, but this is the point I want to make. Whether you like it or not, the Premier League, and mind you, and let me say this: the Premier League, more than half of the managers in the Premier League are all foreign managers from Spain, from different across different countries, including the players. There are more foreign players even in the Premier League than the La Liga. There are more foreign players. So you will not come here and tell me that this league is better than this league, because you have two clubs that have dominated the league, both financially and otherwise. So how can the La Liga be better?
Okay. Paul, wants to go and I want me to go. First of all, what I want to say is this, man. Talking about teams that have won it.
Yes.
Okay. Last 5 years, you mentioned Liverpool and Liverpool, Man U, Chelsea, Man City. Yeah.
Leicester City. Yes. Have any outsider? I haven't forgotten Leicester City. Have any outsider? Apart from the top 3 in the Spanish La Liga,
if you want to go in like those late those days,
Leicester.
Nottingham Forest won it. Aston Villa won it.
No, they didn't win it. They didn't win it.
Aston Villa did. Check it.
The Premiership. I'm not talking about the old Division League. The Premiership is in 1993.
Okay,
I'm talking about the old Division League now. Yes.
Leicester don't win it. Leicester don't win the Champions League.
Leicester?
They don't win it.
They win the Premier League. They won the Premier League. I'm not talking about the Champions League.
Yeah, you were mentioning Leicester that they won the Champions League.
No.
It's Premiership.
It's the Premiership. I'm talking about the 2 leagues now. Yes.
Okay. Oh, okay. You're talking about the league itself, not Champions League.
Yes.
Okay. Now I get it. Well, what I would say is this, man. You cannot. How do I put it? I'm trying to put the best way to just give you guys the answer. Okay, if you are talking about comparing the league You should not be comparing the league with what that is happening in the league. You should be comparing the league whereby we meet external. Just like the way Arsenal met Madrid today, right now.
Yes.
Right now, Arsenal are going through. That's how we should be doing it. Because if we say let's look at the Premier League, I don't think there were days where we had Deportivo La Corona win it. But just that in the last 5 years,
Deportivo La Corona won it in. Deportivo La Corona won it in 2000. Was it in 9? I can't for Tom.
I think it's 2006 or 5.
2000. That year they beat 2004. 2004. That's when they won it with Alberto Bukoya and the other guys.
That year they went in on even the Champions League, they smashed everybody. People like going to smash everybody in the Champions League, and I think they
2004. That was when they won. Yeah.
So the thing is that the way I look at it is that when the club side comes, because mind you, 5 teams comes from the Premiership and the Champions League. 5 teams, only 4 comes from the La Liga.
When was that?
No, it's not 5.
No, it's
when
5.
Was that?
It has been 5.
No,
it has never been
5.
It has never been 5. There's a clause that is attached to that.
But most times we have seen you guys come. Most times we have seen you guys come. It is recently when the law was changed that if you win,
no, it has always been 4. No, it has always been 4 from the top leagues. Then when you have 5, is when maybe the only season you had 5 was that season that United won the Europa Cup.
Yeah,
that was when you had 5.
Okay.
There was a time.
You guys had 4 coming from the Premiership. We had 3 coming from La Liga.
No, you've never had 3. You had 4.
It was Barca.
No,
Madrid,
let me tell you the country.
Madrid or
you always have 4. Either Villarreal, Valencia. One of them must join Barca, Madrid.
Short, let me even tell you the countries that have 4 in the Champions League, even before this new system change. England, Spain, Germany. I think those are the 4, and even Italy. Italy has 4 too. That comes. Remember that the number 3 person that will qualify for the Champions League has to go through that playoff system.
Yeah.
It has to go through that playoff system, and that is why you see that those clubs take advantage of the playoff system and qualify.
So what I would say is that how we should be judging this.
So how should we judge it?
Because by the Champions League, by the Ballon d'Or. Because one thing is this, man.
I will agree with Temba on this because this is not. We should not dwell much on this because fine. You have a 5 or 6 club or 7 clubs, let's say 10 clubs that have won Premiership in the past 20 years, and you just have 2. So these 2 now is 2 different countries. Now they came out from their shell to Europe. Who has been dominating the Europe? Real Madrid.
Only 2. Still only 2.
Yeah, so that's why you should give it to them.
But we've had I will give it to them because I will give it to them.
If you talk of Ballon d'Or, it normally comes from those 2 clubs.
From them. So yeah.
So it's only Ronaldo.
Upgrade.
I think Ronaldo.
Rodri have break that.
Rodri and McElroy.
Break that things.
Yeah. Just the 3 of them. So for me, there's no big. Fine, England maybe Premiership is the best league. But if you come out, no overhyped players in that place. They only hype that league. More leave that.
For where? For the Premier League.
Yes, now.
No, why I also disagree. Why I also disagree with you with respect to the hyping is that some of them. No, this is my point. I know you can counter it. Now, when you look at it, is that you look at most of the, and thank God that all of us are seated here. If you look at the coaches that are coming to the Premier League, they are not English, and that's where my joy is, because the English. Look at the way English players are being hyped in the Premier League. Look at the way managers. No, I'm making a point. It's becoming more cosmopolitan than what it used to be before, where you have English players dominating it, English managers dominating it. The way I like it, okay, who even knew that Pep will come to the Premier League and coach? Who knew that?
That is the reason why you should give kudos to those Spanish club, because if it
I can't give kudos to them because those guys have those two clubs in the Spanish La Liga, they have money in those two guys have money in their preview. They have money. That is why Tennessee, they have money in their preview.
No,
they can buy any player they want to
Barcelona.
They have money, quite all right, but
yes,
the foreign coaches, they are the one making Premiership what it is today.
Exactly, that's the point I want to drive.
Yes, they are the one making it what it is today, because if it were English managers, I don't think they'll be competing.
How many English managers
do you think Man City will be where they are if not for Guardiola?
How many English
look
players?
Look at Arsenal today now. They from Unai Emery. That one is a Spaniard. To Arteta, a Spanish coach as well. So that's why I said Premiership. Now hyping won't kill us. You see any young look at this Bonamount defender now. How much are they putting on his head?
Which guy?
This Bonamount defender.
Houston.
What's his name called?
Yeah, it's Houston now.
You see a small boy. You see a small boy. They'll be calling 100 million, 50 million. You'll just be hyping them.
Just imagine.
And some of them are just one-season wonders, one-season players.
Honestly,
so that's the one reason why you should.
But one thing I can't deny is that the Premiership is the most watched league because they play at a time whereby everybody can watch it. So La Liga is played 8 p.m., 10 p.m. Nobody wants to can watch that.
But La Liga and the Italian Serie A, they've changed their time a little bit because they
of recent they've been putting 4 p.m. as well. But it is very good to see 2 p.m. You don't get to see 2 p.m.
No, you get 2 p.m. matches in La Liga as well. The Sunday matches is 2 p.m.
It's not like the Premiership where you know that. Every weekend there's a 12-13 game being played in Premiership.
Okay, guys.
I want to say that bear in mind as well, Barcelona, Real Madrid are the two clubs. Everybody that has played in the Premiership would leave a club like United, Man City, to go play for.
Yes.
So that's the next level of a team. It's up there.
Especially Real Madrid, because for me, I think I won't put Barcelona into that bracket in terms of getting Galacticos outside. And I'll tell you why. I won't. I'll tell you why I won't. This is why I won't. Because you see, most of the players that have played for Barcelona, let's put aside the likes of Fabregas, the likes of Song, the likes of who else again? Plameni, Help and that. Those are few percent. But take a look at Real. How many exports they've done in terms of getting players from outside, not just in the Premier League, even from German Bundesliga, from Italian Serie A. They've got players from different. Because see, most of the players that have been playing, most of the players that have been.
Saliba is coming for free. Saliba and Trent are coming for free. I'm saying to you, I'm saying to you now. No, you will see. Is the Gabriel Saliba in your team? Don't worry, you will see. You are in it happen.
Chamber. To be frank, maybe you guys got that defender I signed. What's his name? Lenny Euro.
Yeah.
In this Madrid team, I think your defense could have been much more solid.
It would have been more solid.
Your defense would have been much more.
You know that man. You know that Yoruba man.
But this is the reason why. This is the reason why you guys didn't go for him, because you were looking for cheaper Chico. You want his contract to expire.
You know what? We offered 20 million euros. 20 million.
Yes.
And they said, hell no. And that Yoruba man Kopere said, no problem. He will come for free next season. But he never knew that the kid, first of all, did not want to leave for free because they gave him the platform to be a player who he is. So he does not want to just leave the club for free which was like I can tell you, his heart is in Real Madrid, but there's no way he would want to just live for free. And the club gave him the platform and made him who he is. So, and also United had to pay double. They paid 43 million. They stretch it.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
But at the end of the day, Ajax Perez also was just taking a piece, man. That guy is 18 years old, I've been 19 years old. And the guy was player of the season. He was among the player, 11 of the season in League One.
Yeah.
Then you are offering 20 million euros, which is around, I think, 60 million pounds or 50 million pounds. They said no, like, no, man, you will come for free. He's 19. How do you expect him to come for free? Not everybody will be Trent. Not everybody will be Saliba.
But that's why the transfer.
Saliba. I don't understand. Why are you putting Saliba
on? Oh boy!
Stop this thing.
Look at I go tie Saliba to a new contract. Look at I go tie a new contract. But if Arsenal wins, if they win the Champions League or win the league next season, I think I just think that Saliba will leave. He will leave Arsenal. He will leave the club for something else. It's just that's just how I see it. But if they don't win anything, he will still leave the club, and that is why time is running. I would say time is running out, or Arteta doesn't have the time, but he has to win something big. And I think this Champions League is something big. There's something that Arsenal are telling us that they can, or they can win it. That's how I'm seeing it. Everything is in their favor. Look at it. But let's see how they play against Paris Saint-Germain. If they beat Paris Saint-Germain and goes to the final, then I think
that would be good. We'll be here for it.
Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure that Temba? Are you sure that La Real will want to go for Jurgen Klopp?
It feels more like a rumor because the next is that.
Because I think the deal with this guy, the young coach in Bayern Leverkusen.
Yeah.
I think that deal is done.
I believe they've also they should have. I believe they would have maybe said something to the guy, because like I'm reading here, it says that this guy was the Brazil whatever were in the game, speak to Carlo Ancelotti, but I don't think that is true, because Jurgen Klopp is managing. He might not be a coach, but all the clubs like RB Leipzig, the Salzburg,
the Red Bull clubs, all the Red Bull clubs.
Like he's the ambassador. So I don't think he will be doing a coaching job and be doing that same thing as well. So I think that is just somebody just looking for a click. I think the guy out there that can get a job done right now is a Dane. I will take what's his name as well. Xabi Alonso. I just hope they actually signed a pre-contract with the dude.
I think Alonso wants that job. Alonso wants the Madrid job, and that's why he's
but he's leaving Leverkusen end of season. Yes.
So it will be the best time for me. It will be the best time for Carlo Ancelotti to
take the job in Brazil, man.
Okay, guys. Final take from you, Temba Banks. Final take.
Well, final take to be congrats to Paul and his team, and let's just hope you guys bottle it against PSG.
Somebody say hala gola. So I don't know.
Bro, it's Madrid.
Okay,
what is this thing you have with Arsenal winning Champions League? You have this thing.
You have your fan base is a problem. You know what is that? Like, we don't want it to happen. It's not just holding me.
Why?
What is that?
Why? What is it?
If you guys somehow wins that Champions League, my God, I'm sorry for the word. The word at large, I'm sorry for it.
But you have 15.
Because you guys
15.
have not even won it yet. People are already like, come and win it.
Even number of fees that is here, it doesn't want Arsenal to win it. I know.
Social media, yes, now, because you have not give us peace.
No, it is not what I see. let me tell you something. Before you, there's one thing that you have to know about me. Yes, I talk football, I do everything, but you have to know about me is that I love being realistic about what I do as a fan.
Yeah.
When I'm a football fan, I love being realistic because even you yourself, you love being realistic. Even Temper himself, and what I mean by being realistic. Me and you cannot be fighting for a league title, and you expect me to support you. Are you getting me now? It's the same thing.
No
Yes,
way.
it's the
No
same.
way.
It's the same thing, and that's how I do my right from when I started watching football. That's how I support football, directly or indirectly. Even you do it directly or indirectly. All of us do it directly or indirectly. Directly means when both of us are chasing for a title, I don't want you. I will make sure that I win that title before you or win that cup before you. Indirectly means using another club by proxy. We do it as fans.
Well, I understand your point.
You do it, me, I do it.
What in a situation that the cup in question now, you have it how many times?
I have it 3 times.
Champions League 3 times.
Yes, I have it 3 times. So yes.
What is this thing that you don't want Arsenal to have it one? Just one.
That is what brings the flair and the beauty of supporting football.
My God, my God, go shame on that.
No way. Imagine, like
even
you outside England, even you. My God, go shame you.
Yeah, like how will you beat back at Champions League? We won the Champions League.
And the last time we removed Madrid for Champions League, we no winner.
Against Barca, now you play against Barca.
Anytime I beat Madrid or Barcelona in the route to that final, I win it. Yeah, they win them. The first 69, I won it. Madrid were there in the semi-final. I beat them. Barcelona, I think for Barcelona, we played home and away draw 3-3 draw in Old Trafford and in this. So, and in 2008, Barcelona were there and I beat them. So, I think Arsenal can still win it. They can win it. But like I said, it is just the beauty of.
So I just want Arsenal to win this cup. See,
not
even there for Madrid or Man U, because me, I know Man U. When it comes to trophy and everything, they are more than us. Arsenal. See those Chelsea fans. They are my problem. Those Chelsea fans. I just want to win one Champions League.
I was saying it because what is it? People talk about Arsenal pride of London. I don't understand. Premiership, you have won Premiership. Chelsea have won Premiership. Carabao Cup, you've won. Chelsea have won it. FA Cup, you've won. Chelsea have won it. Chelsea have won Champions League twice. You know how we know. Chelsea have won Club World Cup twice. The once you have not won it. So even Super Club, UEFA Cup, the Europa Cup, Chelsea have won it. So on what ground do you want to tell me?
One thing you are failing to understand. They say pride of London, not pride of Europe. Now London.
Now London.
So now cup where they play within London for England.
It is the people that is the club that represents us very well, like years. You think he's going to play Champions today? Okay, right now they are playing Club World Cup. Arsenal are not there, but Chelsea are there.
That one is not a criteria.
No, they say
because how they made that selection. How they made that selection. Till today,
what criteria is that?
It's a joke. That selection indeed, it's a bloody joke because
who is that?
I think
the club World Cup now.
It was stupid for me. I said
because I don't know how Chelsea is playing that competition.
No, Chelsea is valuable just to play it because they've won the Champions League in the last 5 years or 10 years. And what they said they will do it based on your legacy and record in the Champions League. Which is why
so what are we talking about?
To me, that Man U did not get to be in that conversation. Arsenal did not get to be in that conversation. Liverpool did not get to be in that conversation. But somehow, it's a
Liverpool are not going to the Club World Cup.
No, they're not.
No, they're not going. It's just Chelsea and Man City that is there.
Man City. Which is why it doesn't make sense to
what
me. I was saying.
What legacy did Chelsea have in the Champions League? They've not
They've
played
won
it
the
more than
Champions League in the last
yes.
10 years.
Likewise. Okay, yes. Let's put that one aside. But if you
Yeah.
say your legacy, I think they are, if you use the word legacy, I think they are Liverpool has won it how many times?
No,
Like
you know
7
what it
times.
is, man? Like you should like Chelsea. Chelsea have won the Champions League, won the Europa, and they were basing it on the like your performance in Europe, which why it never made sense to me that Man U did not get to be there because Man U are big boys in Europe. I understand Chelsea, but Liverpool not being there is mad. Arsenal not being there is mad. But somehow Inter Miami, like that one will never sit well with me. Inter Miami, for crying out loud, Inter Miami is going to the World Cup. From doing what? We don't know. Honestly. And it's crazy. We don't know.
Okay, guys. I think we've spent more time today. Anytime we are on this platform, I think we see you have to invite us to Los Blancos one day. You have to do that. Let's come and talk in maybe on a Saturday we can come. I think we are off on a Saturday. We can come to Los Blancos. Just send us the link. We'll join you.
No problem. I'll send the link, man. I'll drop the link.
Let's look for just let us know. Prepare our mind on time and let's see if we can come to the Los Blancos. If I don't have the time, I think Paul will have the time and
okay. I'll let you know. I'll just let you know you confirm with me.
Yeah.
So don't worry.
So
congrats to you, man. Paul.
This congratulations that is not coming from your mind. You're congratulating me and you're still wishing me.
I hope you don't win it. I hope you don't win it. There's no way you will beat me and carry the cup. Never. Yo, that would be I know, man. It will never. I don't want to be that record.
Don't worry. My God will shame you guys.
Yeah, let's see.
Okay.
It's nice having you, Temba.
Yeah. We spent much more time. We've had close to 382 views.
Wow.
Today, yeah. Just for this 1 hour we spent, and for the other one we did live, I think we had close to 400 and something views. Let's hope that. Let's hope. Yeah. So to those that have watched us and have viewed our video, we say thank you to you. Subscribe. For those that have subscribed, say thank you to you, and we'll see you in a fortnight when Arsenal will take on Paris Saint-Germain, and Inter Milan will travel to Barcelona to take on Barcelona. So who will come out on top in those two matches, we don't know. But remember, I have my predictions for the final, so I've put it in my head. I will have these two guys come back here to talk about it. See you all, and thank you for watching Fanzy Football. Also follow Los Blancos Arena and Red London Row. Red London Row will launch its live match its live show very soon. So we're just preparing ourselves. Gradually.
I don't know what you're waiting for. What are you waiting for? Yeah.
Paul is testing the waters first of all.
I'm waiting for my boss.
Okay, no problem.
He's testing the waters first of all. So we will. So, but see, do you know how comes about? Do you know before I go? Do you know before? I cannot even talk about. If I talk about Arsenal, it's everything negative. But how comes about even helping an Arsenal fan now?
Yeah.
Oh boy, you get luck.
No, it's not an Arsenal fan. It's not just Arsenal fan. I'm your friend.
I'm telling you, my brother.
It happens.
No, it happens. It happens. It is. I think what some people don't know is that it is football first that brings us together. It's not even the clubs that bring. We love football, and nothing can really change. Nothing can change that. I wish I have the likes of Mark here now. And
one of my closest friends that helped me to where I am today is a Chelsea fan. We do batter a lot back in Nigeria.
Yeah, it's nice.
But today, the help you render to me, even my siblings, I will say it will be even difficult for them to render that kind of help for me. So that's how it is.
Okay. Okay, guys. So thank you so much for this this thing, and we'll come back and in a fortnight or in a week time to talk about the remaining games. So see you when I see you, Temba. See you when I see you. Okay, we'll see tomorrow. We'll see tomorrow. So we'll talk more about it tomorrow.
Yeah.
See you when I see you. Yeah. All right,
Temba,
guys.
goodbye.